Do I move over to YouTube? Alright guys, how's it going? My name is Dev, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, please feel free to come and say hi in the comment section below. I don't bite, and yeah, if you like what you see in this video, again, please click on the like button and subscribe button. I'm going to be talking to you in this video about why I feel I may potentially stop streaming on Twitch and move over to YouTube. So I am kind of still new to streaming on Twitch. I have been streaming on Twitch for about maybe 3 or 4 months, but one thing I am finding difficult is being able to consistently grow my channel based on games that I like to play. And I know, because I am a marketer outside of streaming and everything, the discoverability features within Twitch themselves, on the platform itself, is absolutely horrendous. Like, it's really bad. You have so little control over the discoverability of your channel within the Twitch's platform itself, and that is what, in my opinion, is a failure on Twitch's behalf. I'm sorry, I'm going to say it. But when it comes to YouTube, looking at some of the larger content creators who've just made that massive move over to YouTube, TimtheTatman, for example, I remember when he moved over to YouTube, he definitely said, you know, the discoverability and opportunities that are given to content creators on YouTube within their algorithm is significantly higher and better and more worthwhile than on Twitch, because Twitch doesn't do anything for you. It does the bare minimum. And I feel to myself that as somebody that's coming into streaming, okay, fair enough, a little bit late into the day, but you know, I'm not bad at what I do. My content on stream is very good. I won't lie. I enjoy doing it. I'm very consistent and I engage heavily with my community. But it's a struggle because it's incredibly saturated on Twitch already. And when it comes into discoverability, you know, I could talk about at length the marketing. You know, it is very difficult for your channel to grow in an overly saturated market where people are basically watching the same content creators day in, day out. A very small percentage of people will basically filter down and change. You know, they would spend their times during the evenings to watch somebody else. It's a very difficult transition between that. And I feel that Twitch doesn't offer the incentives to viewers and to their audiences in doing so. So I kind of have been thinking to myself that maybe YouTube might be a better option for me. I do feel bad if I was to make that change, that my existing audience will not follow me over there. I understand and I know that, and I would never want them to feel bad or feel disrespected in that sense, because I'm so loyal to everything that they have done for me already. So I wouldn't look over that. I would obviously have to take that into consideration and maybe even at length discuss it with my community and see if that's an option for them, because I will continue streaming on Twitch for the next 6 months at least to see if this is going to happen. But if Twitch, in my opinion, don't start pulling their finger out and start succeeding in what they do, I have to question whether or not I want to carry on streaming on Twitch. At the end of the day, YouTube gaming isn't as big and as popular as we know Twitch or whatever to be. But I don't believe that YouTube is just going to be sitting around. Through 2022 to 2023, I feel that YouTube gaming is going to explode. Like, I feel like they're just waiting for Twitch just to demise a little bit, just wait for some of their senior members of staff that they employed during the lockdown period at Twitch's viewership peak. I feel like they're going to move on from the company. I think that they're going to leave, and I think that Twitch is going to find it a bit of a struggle. And when that happens, I feel that YouTube gaming is really going to strategically take over pretty much most of the viewership, which Twitch has at present. So if I am going to make the change, I'm going to have to make the change over to YouTube before a lot of the other content creators on Twitch start really realizing that benefit of going over onto YouTube, because you're positioning yourself before everybody else. So it is a strategic move, but it has to be done in the right way. It has to be done in the most respectful way to your community, and it has to ultimately go alongside with what you're planning to do with your stream and what you're trying to get out of it. You know, what does your stream mean to you? Why are you doing this? And if I want to, create my YouTube channel, which I'm trying to do alongside of it, you know, and at the end of the day, if you are a content creator on YouTube but building content for your Twitch channel, does it not make more sense to build content for your YouTube channel alongside of your YouTube stream? Like, yeah. I think that YouTube is not a stupid company. They know who Twitch are. They are watching everything that they do. And I think that when the time comes, they are going to replicate pretty much most of the things that Twitch does but do it better. And I think that as soon as that does happen, we're going to see a wave of content creators from Twitch making that move over to YouTube. So it is definitely, so if you are a content creator on Twitch at the moment, or you're looking at streaming onto YouTube, these are definitely some of the things you need to take into consideration, right? Because you don't want to make the mistake of starting to stream onto Twitch now in the wrong niches, in the wrong marketplace, in the wrong time for their business success, where if their business viewership is going down, you're going to go down with them, and it's going to be a struggle and so much more difficult for you to start absorbing new audiences. So if I was to say how happy I am with using Twitch, I would say I'm about a 6 or 7 out of 10, if I'm honest. I feel like they really don't respect us as content creators, the amount of time and effort that we put into our streams. We don't really get anything out of it directly from them, any acknowledgement or any support. Like, surely they have data and statistics of our performances on how we're performing on stream, and they should obviously reward people with that. You know, if you're performing better on stream and you're changing things around, if you're active, you should be rewarded for that. But it really honestly appears that they don't. Whereas YouTube has the algorithm, and I know that that's a massive part of their business. If anything, it is the most important part of their YouTube business. I would say with YouTube, I would feel quite confident, like an 8 out of 10, maybe even a 9 out of 10 streaming on YouTube. I feel like there is a little bit of a difficulty with the amount of volume of viewerships. That's a given. But I feel that if I do have some sort of presence on YouTube, at least just before that transition period happens, where I can see and identify that Twitch is about to go into the demise, I would consider just jumping over to YouTube and making that massive decision. But it's going to have to be just before Twitch's demise, in my opinion, because that's where the transition is going to have to happen. So guys, I know I'm pretty much still on the fence whether or not if I want to move over to YouTube or not. I'm not sure, but I feel that I would need to make that decision in about 6 months' time. If I feel like Twitch really isn't giving me anything back, I'm going to have to consider going over to YouTube and seeing what it's like on there, at least because of the discoverability. And I don't want to waste my streaming time on Twitch if it's not going to give me any benefit back. And unfortunately, I have to, we have to be quite adult about that. We have to be try and almost see this almost like as a business decision. So hopefully this was of benefit to somebody out there watching this video. I know I am still on the fence, but ultimately the decision is down to you, whether or not if you want to stay onto Twitch, where it's not really giving you anything back and the viewership is going down, or you can move over to YouTube, where you have a bit more of a safer opportunity to grow your content and grow your channel and your name and an audience. But it's just thinking about when do you want to make that change. And that's my advice. Honestly, it's when you want to make that change. I would make that change when I see and I have significant signals that Twitch is really struggling and have nothing new coming over the horizon. Just because Amazon owns Twitch doesn't mean Twitch is going to be successful. Twitch is very unreactive to situations. That for me is a signal that they don't care. They don't take things into consideration from their actual community. They turn their back on them. That for me is no. You don't do that as a business. If I see any more signals like that, I'm out and I'm going to YouTube. I'll be honest. And I don't think that would be a bad decision. And I think a lot of my community would actually follow me through as well, because they would actually step back and see that, hey, look, this is true. And then you would see loads of other content creators making the same decision as well. If you have any views or opinions on how you've been performing on Twitch, for any struggles that you've had, and whether or not if you have tried to make the decision about moving over to YouTube, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below. Feel free to get in contact with me, or you can come into my stream on Twitch and literally ask me live my question, and I'll probably just give you an answer straight away. So have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day, and hopefully I can catch up with you soon. Take care, guys.